There you go. Right there.
Okay, so conflict is what I'm going to be talking about today, specifically avoiding conflict. Conflict, nobody likes it and nobody wants it. Some of us choose to face our conflicts head on, and most of the time, people like to try and avoid it. I'll be talking about the concept of conflict avoidance, why people choose to avoid conflict, and conflict avoidance in communication. First, I will explain the concept of communication, or the concept of conflict avoidance. Conflict avoidance is a method of reacting to conflict, attempting to avoid directly confronting an issue at hand. A few examples of conflict avoidance can include changing the subject, putting off a discussion until a later time, or not bringing up the subject of conflict. Next, I will discuss why people avoid conflict. Some people avoid conflict because they want to be liked or needed. Others want to hide their true feelings, maybe to have a peaceful workplace or peaceful relationships. Sometimes people can be afraid of the consequences, people walking out of your life, mistaking your avoidance for acquiescence, and people pursuing you and the conflict are all consequences of avoiding conflict. Now I will discuss conflict avoidance in communication. Some ways people might try to avoid conflict include quickly changing the subject and not answering questions or quietly answering them. Here's 6 ways to avoid conflict in communication. One way is a timeout, and here's a quote from Thomas Jefferson. Nothing gives one so much advantage over another as to remain cool and unruffled under all circumstances. Not everything has to be solved on the spot. Stop and take a break. Number 2, do not blame. Throwing blame might make the conflict worse. Third, keep eye contact and state your feelings and ideas. Fourth, remember to keep your mind open for new ideas. Fifth, give and take credit when need be. And 6, use pleasant emotions, body language when communicating. And if in doubt, just change the subject. Therefore, we can conclude that there are a lot of key pieces that play a role in avoiding conflict in all aspects of life. Whether we like it or not, we will all have to deal with conflict. In summary, I have covered the essential concepts and understanding the field of conflict, the reasons why we avoid conflict, and conflict avoidance in communication with others. Now, having a better understanding of conflict avoidance, you can choose how and when you will try to avoid conflict. Thank you.